Hey guys, happy December. We're almost there. Here's a verse of the day. I wanted to pass along a message my pastor gave a couple weeks ago here at Calvary South OC. So encouraging as we're waiting for Christmas and more importantly, waiting for our Christ to return. It was about Simeon in Luke chapter 2. So let me read it to you and we'll talk about it. The prophecy of Simeon, chapter 2, verse 25. At that time, there was a man in Jerusalem named Simeon. He was righteous and devout and was eagerly awaiting for the Messiah to come and rescue Israel. The Holy Spirit was upon him and had revealed to him that he would not die until he had seen the Lord's Messiah. That day, the Spirit led him to the temple. So when Mary and Joseph came to present the baby Jesus to the Lord as the law required, Simeon was there. He took the child in his arms, praising God, and then he says this song. He has this prophecy called Simeon's Song or Simeon's Prophecy. He's overwhelmed with gratitude and he's just excited. And the things that stood out about Simeon, we learn, is that he was a just person, meaning he was honorable with other people, his relations outside of himself with others. And he was a devout person. And so he was devout with his relationship with the Lord. He had a relationship, he cultivated that. He was honorable in his relationship with God. And the other thing that we find out is he was expectant. He was waiting. And so that led him to the temple. He was also filled with the Holy Spirit, which is so cool because back in those days, remember, Simeon lived during the 400 years of silence. After Micah, there was no revelation from the Lord. And so it was a rough time to live. It was a little bit dark. Our pastor reminded us that God was silent, but he was not absent. And there's people like Simeon, even though the culture might have been kind of dark and maybe not very charismatic about the things of the Lord, and maybe the priests weren't all following him and things like that. The system he was in, he was still a faithful follower and he walked with God. And so the Lord led him. It was cool because the Spirit was upon him and it led him to this spot where he was there to receive what God had for him. And he'd actually been walking with the Lord and hearing from him to the point that he knew he was going to get to see the Messiah. So that was awesome. So sure enough, here come Mary and Joseph. And then they walk up with his baby, and he just knows. And so that's so cool that during this time, there's a man named Simeon waiting expectantly. And so as Christmas comes this season, you guys, I hope you're waiting too. I'm waiting more than just Christmas. Again, I'm waiting for Jesus to come back. And as I walk with him, I'm praying the same for you, that you're hearing from him. The Holy Spirit is ministering to you. But remember Simeon, he lived in the rough time, but he didn't give up hope, and he was expectant, and he kept his relationship with God. So love you guys. Hope you have a Merry Christmas, and we'll talk soon.